the first session of our career fair organized by the Rotary Club of University of Moratuwa in collaboration with equipping you with essential skills for the job market, focusing on crafting an impressive CV and acing interviews. We are honored to have two esteemed speakers with us, Dr. Ranga Rodrigo and Ms. Dinusha Vijay who will be sharing their invaluable insights. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Our first speaker is Dr. Ranga Rodrigo, who is a senior lecturer at the Department of Electronic and Telecommunication Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Moratuwa. He will guide us on crafting a killer CV, sharing expert advice on creating a resume that stands out. Over to you, sir. Sir, over to you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope that I can be very well heard by everyone. Thank you very much for joining this session on CV writing. I think it is a very, very important session. I think I feel very happy that most of you have joined this. I'm sure that you will gain something out of my thinking about the CV writing. Now, I will first tell you two philosophical things about the CVs that I think. First one is a CV, like the characters that I have shown you on this slide, creates a powerful personal brand for you. Now think about this. If you think about Mr. Sangakkara, what comes to your mind? When you think about him, you would think that he's a person who does whatever he does in a proper manner, in a methodical manner. And he's able to give a great speech, even in front of the people in England. That's the brand that gets created in your mind when you see a picture of Mr. Sangakkara. Similarly, all these great people I have put in pictures. Now, your CV is the only instrument that the prospective employers would see to create that kind of brand about yourself. So therefore, as a first concept, take the CV as an instrument that creates a great brand for yourself. Now, secondly, think about your CV as an instrument that does the need seed matching. What do I mean by that? Now, there is an organization that needs to employ a person, and you provide the seed. They have a need, and you provide the seed. Now, these things should match. Now, what document establishes that this match is correct? That is your CV that the organization would see. So if you see your CV as an instrument that creates a brand for you, and secondly, if you see that it is a need siege matching instrument, I think you know everything about the CV. So those who understood that can actually log off from this talk. It is not necessary for you to see further about what I want to talk to you about. But if you want to stay, so you can further listen to the things that I uh, have to say about the CVs. So like I said before, brand yourself as a professional who can deliver results through your CV. So brand is a keyword. And in the industry, people look for employees who can deliver results. ඒ කියන්නේ වැඩක් බාර දුන්නම කරලා මිසක් පස්ස බලන්නේ නැති type එකේ මිනිස්සු. Now, your CV should have evidence to establish yourself as such a person. Tailor your opening statement to resonate with the target industry. Now, if your CV is a brand creating device, yeah, and the purpose of the brand creation is to do the need seed matching, and if your industry needs something, and your CV should show that you are the person who matches their needs. So tailor your opening statements that you may have in your CV. Some people don't have this statement to resonate with the target industry. Now, showcase your unique value proposition. So everyone is unique. Everyone is unique. Maybe you are from the civil engineering department. What a great department that is, because it is such a great department. And then while being in the civil engineering department, you have a talent for music. Now, isn't that unique? Now, while being in, let's say, for example, the electrical department, you have done SEMA, you have management skills. Now, isn't that a unique value proposition? Yeah, it is very difficult for others to achieve. So you are a graduate from this department, but you have won mathematical Olympiad. Oh my goodness, what a great value proposition. So your CV must project your USP or unique value proposition. Okay. So these three things create that great brand for you through your CV. So maybe you wanted me to show you some CVs and analyze, okay, this part must be there, this part must not be there. Don't do that kind of stupid things. I don't care about those. But if you achieve this philosophically, you have a great CV. So I hope that this is clear for you. It is a brand creating device for you. Okay, secondly, understand the recruiter psychology. That means there are people in the company. So let's assume that like in the picture that is shown on your bottom left. So the people in the company are gathered together looking at your CV. Looking at your CV. Like this, these people are gathered and discussing about your CV. Now, these people in the company, they have a project. They have a project to deliver. They have a building to construct. They have Thank you for still being here. Now I look like a ghost because there is no power. So until the power lasts in my computer, I will say things. Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So don't look like a ghost. So that's okay, I think. Yeah. So we were talking about the recruiter psychology, the psychology of the people in the company. So these company people, they have a project to do. So maybe they have building to construct. They have building to construct in 1 year. Maybe they have a software to deliver within 3 months. Maybe they have an electrical grid to draw within 6 months. They have a project. And for that project, they have a need. They need engineers. They need IT professionals. They need business professionals for these projects to deliver. Now, these people are people who are driven by the company objectives. The company objective is profit making. Now, they are not hiring you on a charitable purpose. මිනිස්සුන්ට ගැන කනගාටු නිසා ඒගොල්ලෝ හය කරන්නේ නැහැ නේ. So they are hiring them because they seriously need another person. They seriously need an engineer, IT professor, someone. So they have this need. They have to recruit someone. They have to recruit someone. So they are looking for a person of that right skill. They are urgently seeking for that person. So that person they are looking for a better be you. So you have to show them the skills that you have matches with the skills that this company needs. Now, one more thing is, if you are being interviewed by several companies, that if you are so skilled, the interviewer should feel that it is a risk for them not to hire you. What that means is, if you do not get to work with them, but you go and join some other company, it must be a risk for them. You must be so good that it is a risk for them to let you go when you come for the interview. Okay. So first of all, create a brand for yourself in your CV. And while you're doing that, understand the recruiter's psychology. They have a project, they have to deliver that, and they need a person for that, and that person better be you. So the recruiters must feel, I cannot let this person go, because if I do not recruit him, someone else will recruit him. Therefore, it is a great disadvantage or a risk for me if I do not recruit him. So that's the recruiter psychology you should have. Okay. So now you can now clearly understand, because industries have needs and we have things to offer, we must align our skill set with the industry needs. Align our skill set with the industry needs. Now, how can you align with the skill set that the industry needs if you do not know the skill set that the industry needs? If you do not know the skills that the industry needs. Now, how do you find out the skills that the industry needs? Fortunately or unfortunately, if you are going to get recruited by this company ABC, you have to fully understand the company's culture, values, and the job requirements. Hands down, you have to understand. You cannot just send generic CVs without understanding the company's requirement and think about getting hired. This is stupidity. That is stupid. We are not people who are stupid like that. We are Moratuwa people. We have to know all about that company. Now, how can you get to know all about that company? I mean, there are many ways. The best, the most powerful instrument that we have for that is our alumni, your own seniors. Your own seniors are already working for that company. So find out who's working there and give them the call. Give them the call and ask, "Aye, okay, මෙන්න මේකට මට ඉන්ටර්වියු එකට යන්න තියෙනවා පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්නකෝ කම්පැනි මොකද කරන්න කියලා." So please let me know what are the things that this company does. Now, what is their thinking? What is their culture? Is that a 5 to 8 to 5 company, or do they want us to work all throughout? Do we have to travel? What do they think about the profit? Do they want to do something good for the people? Or what is their culture? What are their core values? So what are the job requirements? So talk to your seniors and ask them. And of course, it is necessary for you to look at their website if they have one and see what these things that this company does. Also, it is very important to somehow make an assertion, somehow get to know what this company is up to. Okay, they have done these past projects. They have achieved these things. What are they doing within the next 6 months, within the next year, within the next 5 years. Now, if you know these things, then you know what to say at the interview. Then you know what to include in the interview, right? Now think about this. Now you people are users of social media. You use Facebook, this, that, and so on. Now assume that you've got money and you want to buy an iPhone. You want to buy an iPhone. Now you are a person who ignores all advertisements on Facebook. But the moment you want to buy the iPhone, any single advertisement that says Apple will catch your attention. Then you will browse through all these advertisements that appear on your Facebook that sells of those companies that sell iPhones. Isn't that true? Yes. So you have to agree that it happens like that. When you have a need, you are responsive to advertisements. Therefore, these companies, now they have a need, they need a person. Then they are responsive to matching advertisements. Those matching advertisements better be your CVs. So your CVs must match their must match their requirements. Okay, so what is this iPhone that this company is selling? That is the job that this company has. They have a requirement. They have a requirement. So think about this. This is so I think I made a mistake. The iPhone that you're selling is your great CV, the great CV. This company has a need for that. So maybe both these things should match. Both these things should match. You must be selling an iPhone. The company must be requiring an iPhone. So, okay, in other words, in concrete terms, the company must be looking for a certain set of skill sets, and your CV must show that you are able to offer that skill set. I hope I'm making sense about this need seed matching process that you need to keep in mind when you do your CV. So therefore, tailor your CV to meet the requirements of that company. So now you're asking me this question. So should I make a CV for each company? Each category of company at least, you must make a separate CV. Each category of company. So a company that is more toward business, then you make a slightly business oriented CV. A company more toward IT, you make an IT oriented CV based on your core engineering or core undergraduate profile. You had to tune your CV to match this company's needs. Yeah, okay. Then align your skills with the job descriptions. So we had to find what these job descriptions are. Just knowing that they're hiring an engineer, just knowing that they're hiring a business analyst, or just knowing that they are hiring requiring a web design person or something like that is not enough. You had to know detailed job descriptions. You have to talk to your seniors and understand what this company is looking for. And in your CV, you must include those descriptions. And then there are these things called keyword optimization, this, that, and so on. Maybe not so applicable to people like you because you are highly skilled, highly educated people. Okay, then when you make the CV, remember that this CV is your brand. Your brand must be flawless nature. Perfect, flawless nature. So therefore, be mindful about the grammar and make the CV absolutely grammar free. Absolutely grammar free. So now you have online tools, Grammarly, this, ChatGPT, this, that, and so on. So you can use those tools to correct your CV. So if you have sentences in your CV, make them active voice. Active voice means Katru Karak in Sinhala. So you cannot use passive voice sentences. Use active voice sentences and make the CV very powerfully showing who you are. So utilize automated tools, online tools like Grammarly and so on to correct your CV and to get a second opinion about your CV. You can upload it to GPTs and you ask what does this, what do you think about this CV, that kind of thing also, and correct it for grammar. Okay. Yes. Then the style of your CV is so important. It must look good because it is your brand. So it must look good. If it looks good, people will think that you also are like that. If it is well organized and well arranged, people will think that you are also well organized and um, methodical. Yeah. So represent that. Avoid the cluttered format or outdated templates for your CV. Find a clean contemporary design with clear hierarchy and branding coherence. Yeah. So branding coherence means the picture, the colors, this, that, and so on. They all must match. They all must match. For our people, for electronics people, we have asked them to make their CVs in LaTeX. Microsoft Word is a very stupid way to make such an important document. So it is very easy to make a LaTeX CV. If you go to Overleaf, you have a large number of CVs. CV templates. Now these are nice. So you can scroll through and see a professional CV that you like. I'm not too sure which one it is. So maybe you think that this is nice. Maybe let's say you think that because it has the welcome whatever and education experience and so on. So maybe you can you like the color. So it looks professional. So that's okay. You can click that. Maybe you can take a look at this PDF also. It looks nice. Then you can open it as a template and you can enter your details and get a very nice looking, professionally done CV created rather than trying to meddle with Microsoft Word. Okay. Yes. So it is Overleaf. So if someone wants this, so okay. So when you write books, papers, and even my slides, you know that they are done in LaTeX. So this is one way to use LaTeX for your CV. So one good template I thought was this. Maybe my taste of color is very poor, so I have used I have selected black and white one. Right now, I thought that this has quite a bit of information in this one. So your first name and the last name. So if you double click that, I think it will take you to the place where they have written that. I mean, you are intelligent people. You can just write there, and you can do these changes, and it will compile. I think maybe you have to save it. So I will just try to compile and see. Yeah, so it compiles. I think I had to save it somewhere in my login or something. You have to log in and create an account. So you can see the LaTeX. It's beautiful and everything is perfectly aligned. Yeah, it's nice and so on. Yeah, okay, good. So that is about the style that you want to have in your CV. Okay. Okay. So now, when you list things about, you just say you're listing your degree, so Bachelor of Science of Engineering. Okay, spelling of the degree, that's also important, very important. So how do you spell it? So let me write it down. So yes. So for engineering, I will type the right way to do that. BSc Eng Honors. This is how you would write it in electrical engineering or something like that. So you can see there's a dot here because we have shortened the bachelor and we have shortened the science. So there's a dot here. These two are joined without a space, and there's a distinct a difference between bachelor of science and engineering. So therefore, there's a space here. And it's an honors degree that all of you are doing. All our degrees are honors degrees at Moratuwa University. So you must type that honors in electrical engineering, then with first class honors. It's an American-like company, you can write like that. Otherwise, you like British, you can write this one. Yeah. So write the degree name properly. So all these things are very important. That is not what I want to talk about. Just writing the degree is not enough. You have to write what you have done in the degree program. There's so many projects that you have done in the degree program. So many leadership roles that you have played in the degree program. the honors that you have received in this degree program, the courses, important courses that you have taken in this degree program. Then they maybe the languages that you know. Do you know English? Do you know Tamil? The number of computer languages that you know. You had to say the key pieces of software that you are familiar with. Maybe you know SolidWorks, maybe you know AutoCAD, maybe you know Visual Studio Code to use it in this particular programming language excellently well, something like that. So all these tools that you know, AutoCAD, this, that, and so on, you must list. So you have to showcase the relevant courses, projects, and quantifiable achievements. Yes, so we look at some example CVs of some past students later on, and I will show you these things. So project portfolio is the most important thing because in a CV, it is very important to write the experience. But you do not have too much experience if you are just graduating. Maybe you can write your internship experience, the training that you had. That's very, very important. And I think the most important thing, because you are not banking on the experience in your CV, is your project portfolio. The projects that you have done, your final year project, your course project, even sometimes these small projects that you have done are maybe extremely important. Through these projects, you have to show that you are able to take the knowledge that you gained and solve a real life problem, transforming potential into a real world impact. So the project that you have, and you know how to use that to solve a real world problem. So don't just tell, but demonstrate your skills through a detailed project description. So when the person reads your project description, he must find out, okay, he knows he has this skill. Oh, he has been a great manager. Oh, it has been a team of 50 students. Oh, he has been able to deal with this many different organizations in this project. So like that, oh, he has had to write a 30,000 word thesis in his project, and he has done 5 presentations in a panel of 5 professors, 5 senior lecturers. So like that, people have to understand the value, the depth of your project. I can guarantee you any project that you do at Moratuwa University is better than what you do at other organizations. That I can guarantee you. So your project is so valuable. Maybe you are still doing projects, some of you. Some of you, if you are in 30 or others, you have not started these projects. Your project is so, so important. Try to gain the maximum amount of skills through this project. So that project is a key marketing tool inside your CV. So give that detailed project description. Focus on quantifiable results, technical skills, skill set application, and the problem solving power that you have through the description of those projects. Because industry needs people who can solve the problem, not just who get the problems done. So experience, or DC, charting your professional trajectory, include internships, relevant personal projects, and volunteer work that you have done through your CV. So your CV must show that this is not 1 month's work, but from the school days, the great things that you have done. You have a history. You have an odyssey of experiences, yeah, through your CV. You have to show that. So because what you do along a long period of time cannot be repeated by others. Yeah, cannot be repeated by others. Showcase the responsibilities, accomplishments, and transferable skills that you have gained. For example, now let's take a project. Maybe you did a project to understand the properties of minerals in Sri Lanka so that they can be used to earn more foreign income. So you have gone to these places, you have spoken to these companies, you have spoken to people who mine, and you have understood the properties of those minerals. You have brought some parts of those minerals and you have extracted the actual mineral, and then you have showcased that it has these parameters. Oh my goodness, what a powerful achievement that you have done. So see that, okay, if I have done with this type of mineral, I can do it for any other thing. That is what the person must feel. Oh, he has done it for this. So it is very easy for him to apply that skill in our company. Yeah, like that. And show your management skills. So in this process, you had to go with a team of 4 people and you spoke with about 50 people. You had to deal with 10 companies. You had to go for 23 trips to this place in this project. Now people will see, oh my goodness, traveling is not a problem for this man. This man knows how to deal with people. This man knows how to do multiple tasks at the same time. See, can you see that? So all these things the recruiters will know. Will know. Remember once again now, if you want to buy an iPhone, yeah, you know about all the properties that you should look for in this stupid machine. It's a great machine in this machine, right? So the recruiters know the properties that they're looking for. You have to tell them I have them. You have to tell them that you have those properties. Okay? Yeah. So I hope this is nice. And then you have to select your referees. Referees means those who can talk about you. Those who can talk. Just listing a name of a lecturer is not enough. That lecturer should know you. When okay, the companies they usually call us. So many people list me also as a referee, and they call us. And then when they call me, if I directly know at once, oh Shehan, he's a great organizer, very nice person. I can vouch for him. If those words come to my mouth, come to my mind, and that company will feel very confident. He's a good person. Dr. Ranga also said that he's a good person, we must hire him, like that. So therefore, get to know your lecturer, because these lecturers are the people who have a name in the society, who are most close to you, who are most close to you. So maybe you were a prefect at the school and you got to know your principal so well, you can list your principal's name and the principal will be able to speak something good about you. List his name by all means. So you went for an internship overseas, that professor in that country is able to talk about you. He likes you, he liked your work. Maybe you have a publication with him. By all means, include his name, his or her name. And when he receives a phone call, he will talk about you and you will be hired. Yeah, so choose individuals who can speak of your specific skills and achievements relevant to the target role. So seek permission before listing contact information. Please, it is a very important thing. So you have to tell your referee that I'm including your name. Is it okay for me to include your name? And when you write that email, do not use ChatGPT for that email. Because people like us, we don't have time to read large emails, but a succinct email that you wrote have been taken into consideration. All right, then you see now you all are much better online people than we are. And so you know that if you don't have an online profile, you don't exist. So make your evidence available online. So first of all, include clear contact information um, and express the availability for interviews in your CV, in your CV or the cover letter. And the CV must have links to these online profile portfolios. So maybe if you are an IT person, you have done coding or you have done designs and you have so many um, machines, gearboxes and so on design using SolidWorks or AutoCAD, you can upload them to GitHub. And GitHub will have your history. You cannot upload a project as you did that 2 years ago because GitHub will record that date. So therefore, now maybe you are getting interviewed soon or maybe in 6 months' time. So you have some time now. So start creating the GitHub profile. And LinkedIn profile is so important. Actually, I know about people because they had a great LinkedIn profile. People from India flew to talk to them and hire them. These are my friends, and these things actually happen. So you must maintain a great punchy and powerful LinkedIn profile. If you don't have a great profile now, create it right now. Just after this meeting, create that. And if you already have a LinkedIn profile, so include some of the projects that you have done, the papers that you have published, the degrees that you have, the things, this, that, and so on, and post in LinkedIn different things and yeah, so grow your network within LinkedIn. And if you can get some recommendation from people from your internship place or some other people, LinkedIn recommendations, those are very valuable. Maybe you can, okay, you will say, okay, I don't care about GitHub, but maybe you can create a YouTube thing. You can make a little video of your final year project in the YouTube and upload that. Maybe another project you did. Maybe you did some voluntary work and you can make a little video and upload on YouTube and get some views. And that is a part of your online profile. So you can give a link to your YouTube profile. and people will see. I mean, I mean, you cannot lie in these things. You see, you cannot lie. They will like, maybe you can write some medium articles about the things that you have learned, about things that you knew. Maybe you did a great project. You did an analysis of a I'm not too sure the power consumption of a vehicle or something. Then you can write an article about that. Yeah. So those things are so valuable, so valuable. So enhance your online profile. Okay. So before I move into the conclusion, I will show you a few CVs of our students. These are, I mean, great students, and I like them very much. So let's start with this. I have erased the names. I didn't get their permission to show their CVs. I have permission to show their CVs in my department, but here I don't have. So you can see this. His name is there, his phone number, his or her, and his Gmail address is there. University email address is not good. They may delete it. So therefore, have email address that people will not delete. And you can see he has a blogspot, and he has written about his projects. His LinkedIn profile is included. His GitHub profile is included. So he has statement dedicated, versatile individual with strong digital architecture design. See, he's directly saying what his area is, right? Digital design. Yeah. So you can write, my area is processor design, my area is machine learning, my area is smart grids, my area is this, that, and so on. You can design, right? Based on your area. My area is construction management, my area is structures, and so on. You can write. My area is designing beautiful, I mean, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can write. So he has written ongoing projects. So you can see he's nicely written that, and so many of these he found. So people look for that, found. That's very nice. So when you write these things, these keywords, and you have some links to those evidences, people will believe you. Experience, RTL engineer. Maybe some of you don't understand that. Lemurian Labs. Yeah, experience. The University of Moratuwa lecture on contract and internship at in Australia and tutor. All this, that's the experience. So University of Moratuwa, he has written. So I would like a dot here, another dot there. Yeah, of course, these are from our department. Unfortunately, those are the series that I have. So if you have to be very proud of the degree that you have. Remember that only few people in our country, only very few people in our country can make the achievement that you have achieved. That means getting a degree from University of Moratuwa. So proudly list that degree. And the different kinds of certificates that he has obtained, all these things, and technical skills that he has. So he has given for more detail, digital design, these tools he knows, and so on. Yeah, machine learning frameworks, these things he knows, and so on. Yeah, see, communication skills, and yeah, then leadership skills he has listed, and projects that he has done. He has done so many projects, and he has listed the year also. And he has said, click the title for details. So if you click it, you should be able to go there and find out more details about that. So that's a very powerful CV, you can see, right? I mean, you cannot lie in a CV. So if you give evidence like that, community projects and other nice things that he has done, volunteering, interests, and you can see the referees. He has included the referees. Yeah, I think that's a great CV. I know this person very well. Let's look at one more CV. Okay. So I have deleted that. So I think he's selected like a latex template. Recently graduated, inspired by, so whatever. I think this is meant for graduate studies. I think he has listed his areas of interest so there I like a space here. So I hope I don't know why I didn't correct this. Space here. And so these are great students. He was actually the gold medalist. Yeah, A-levels. You have great A-level scores. I mean, by all means, write that what you have in A-levels. And many people cannot claim what you can claim. The experience that he has, and details about publications. He has so many publications. I'm happy to say I'm also an author of this person's one of the publications. Yeah, publications, and selected programs and awards, the many awards that he has received, and so on. So it's there, and the teaching duties that he has done, and publication peer reviewing work that he has done, and the technical skills and the courses that he has taken other than the University of Moratuwa courses, massively on these MOOCs, online Coursera kind of courses, and the volunteering work he has done, talks he has given, selected awards prior to the university. So you can see so many achievements. Yeah, that's a very powerful CV. Yeah, and then once again this one, it's a very powerful CV again. So you can see experience. He has been at this Muhammad bin Zayed University of AI, and he has written what he has done at that university. I think this is one of the best CVs. Veracity AI, Colombo, Sri Lanka. What he has done, leading a team of 3 associate data scientists for research and development of vehicle damage detection system. So, I mean, that says what you can do, right? So, like that, give details about your engagements, your things that you have done, and so on. So 5AI UK, he was in the UK for his internship, and the things that he has done there. Yes, and University of Moratuwa undergraduate researchers, things that he did as an undergraduate researcher, and the publications he has, so many publications, and the exceptional results he has gotten. Yes. And the research projects that he has done, he has given details, and what are the technologies that he has used, a lot of details. So yeah, he was also the gold medalist. Skills. Yes, and so on. Okay. So now you can see the great CVs that you have. So there's no such a thing called a structure for a CV or something, but it is just a great branding tool for you, a great marketing tool for you. So think about your CV as a tool using which you show who you are. Like Sangakkar is able to show who he is. Yeah, you're able to show who you are to the prospective employers and the whole world through your CV. That's a great instrument. So therefore, uh, uh, tailor your CV for each job application because it is a need seed matching tool, as I said. Practice your elevator pitch to summarize your skills and experience. So now when you go for the interview, people may ask you, okay, summarize your skills. So that they must be written in your CV, and you must be able to quickly say that. So remember, your CV is an architectural blueprint for your career. So you have the CV, and you think about improving your CV as years pass by, adding more and more things to your CV. So by the time you reach 25, what should your CV look like? 30, what should be your CV? 35, what should your CV look like, and so on. So build it strategically, optimize for impact, and watch your dream jobs materialize. So finally, your CV once again is your brand, and it must do the need seed matching job. So that's all I have to say about your CVs. So you are most welcome to contact me if you need, rang@uim.lk. So thank you so very much.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful session on crafting a powerful CV. Your guidance on structuring and tailoring resumes will undoubtedly help our participants make a lasting impression. So now we will open the floor for a Q&A session. If you have any questions for Dr. Ranga Rodrigo, please feel free to drop them in the chat or unmute yourself.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So is it possible to give I mean industry professional as a reference other than
Oh, absolutely,
lecturers?
absolutely. Yes, yes, that's so very important. Yes, if you know that person and he can talk about you, I mean, that is very, very valuable. Yeah, thank you for that question.
Thank you, sir.
So one more question is, should you add the photo? Yes, if you like, you can add the photo, but that photo better be a professional one and it looks good and creates a brand for you. Yeah. So you have to do either a little bit of makeup, makeover. I'm sorry for saying that, or do some photoshopping on the picture and then put it. Yeah, look good. I think you know these things better than I do. How to do these kind of things. Yeah. So don't we add the photo? Yeah. Please add the photo. Uh, yeah, so I mean, if you very nice actually for this question. So if you go to that template thing that I showed you, there are some CVs that have the picture. So pick one of those. Maybe let me share the screen and share screen and show you the templates thing that I showed. So in this one, something where it is. Yeah, this is the one. So in these templates, you show some CVs with pictures, right? I think that person's question is very correct. So here you can see a nice CV with a nice picture. So you can definitely include one. Yes. If it is advantageous for you, yes, by all means, please include that. Do we need to add a photo? What is a good length of a CV? Now that's also a good question. Now this is the thing. Um, in academia and so on, if you want to apply for an academic job and so on, your CV can be as long as you like it to be. But for job applications, maybe 2 pages. If you want to go for even longer, that's fine. What I say is this. Now, we produce excellent graduates. Now, for hiring one of those graduates, the company may spend, okay, assume that they will give you a salary of, let's say, lower number, 200,000 per month. So that means they are giving you 1.2 million per year. And OEPF, ETF, their cost for having you all together when you take that, they will be spending about 5 million for you per year. Now, one human resources man says, I have no time to read the CV of you, but I am willing to spend 5 million on you. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? So if some human resource man says that they have no time to read our CV, don't join that company. So that's my take about the length of CVs. Now, if you have a lot of things to write in your CV, by all means write, but don't write nonsense, but write those most important things that these important people in the company must see. So I think a 2-page would be a good length. Yes, that's a good question again. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Uh, most of undergraduates tend to use tools like Canva, to create their CVs, with colorful designs and layouts. What is your suggestion on that? Whether to use kind of a design or go towards some kind of a simple template?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I have not seen those Canva templates. Mm, mm, but I think your CV, okay, now think about you and a graduate from a private university, let's say. You have substance. You have done so many things. So your CV doesn't need to contain a flower bouquet, a picture of a house, this, that, and so on. You don't need, right? You have so many things to put in your CV. So therefore, pick a design that is able to capture the information that you want to put in that. So there's space for you to put text in that. Yeah, there's space for you to write your skills in that. Yeah, pick a template. It does not matter whether you use Canva or whether you use Microsoft Word or whether you use LaTeX. As I told you, what I said was LaTeX has nice templates as you saw, and Canva definitely. I think it will have nice templates. But go for professionalism. Go for that design's ability to capture all the information that you want to project to this company. Yeah, again, that's a very relevant question, I think.
Thank you.
One more question. Yes, thank you. Dear sir, one thing about that bothers me is my CGPA. I couldn't maintain a good GPA during my undergraduate career. I'm afraid if they see my GPA, they won't hire me. Do I really have to mention? Yeah, no, you don't have to mention. I mean, if that you don't consider that as a strength, you don't have to mention the CGPA. By all means, you mention that you are a graduate of this degree. Yeah. You don't have to mention. I mean, those CVs that I showed you, I mean, these people, they had great CV, great GPA, so they wrote it. Yes. Yeah. By all means, yeah, that is perfectly fine. And so, so I refer to some content in social media that adding photo is outdated now, except for professionals like actors, model. Yeah, I mean, if you think that you look good and you look good in pictures, yeah, that's okay to add. It's okay to add. So it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter. See, like, I mean, look at the philosophies that I spoke. It must be a branding tool and it must do need seed matching. If adding the picture helps you to create your brand, go ahead and add it. So what kind of font can be? Okay, that's a very, very important question. You must select professional fonts for your CV, professional fonts. So LaTeX I showed you, it gives you professional fonts. So I hope that the Canva that you mentioned also makes professional fonts available to you. So some fonts are not professional, they don't look professional. As soon as you change the font type, the appearance of the document becomes so professional. If you think about this, like don't use this font, but if you think Garamond Pro, that's an Adobe font that looks nice, right? I mean, it's a professional font. So look for professional fonts, and maybe you can type in ChatGPT what are some professional fonts that are available. So Google has so many professional fonts. So you can go to Google Fonts, and before you select a font, you can get ChatGPT's advice on how to which font you should choose. Maybe Canva has already selected these fonts for you, so definitely you will not select a font like that, right? A comic-looking font like that. So you have to pick a professional-looking font. Yeah. This is extremely important. I think I should have mentioned that I'm thankful that this question was asked about this font selection. So I think we are a little bit running out of time. So because Ms. Dinusha must be waiting to talk to you. One last question we'll answer. So regarding the CGPA, what would be considered as a good GPA to mention? Like above 3.2. I think that's a personal question because I would say anything above anything that has a class, you go ahead and mention that. Anything that has a class, go ahead and mention, because your GPA of 2 is much better than a first class in some other place. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. Those, when you look for a person, they may spend 6 months to do a task. The University of Moratuwa student will do that in 1 week. That's, people know that. But University of Moratuwa graduates are expensive. That's the problem. Yeah. So thank you so very much, because now I think I have to hand over the controls to the organizers because Ms. Dinusha must be waiting to talk to you. And so I will type my email address and here in the chat, so you can send me an email. I'll type my phone number, so do not call me. You can send me a WhatsApp message. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so very much. Thank you for the very important questions.
Thank you, Dr. Ranga Rodrigo, for answering those questions. Next, we have Ms. Dinusha Vijay Gunaratne, who is the Deputy Manager of HR and Talent Development at Hutchison Telecommunications Lanka Private Limited. With extensive experience in talent management, Ms. Vijay Gunaratne will share her expertise on interview preparation, providing practical tips to help you shine during your job interviews. Over to you, Ms. Vijay Gunaratne.
Hello, good evening all. Hope I'm audible.
Yes,
you
Am
are
I
audible.
audible? Right, great. So I was just partially into Dr. Ranga's session. He was sharing very insightful things, especially when crafting the CV and all. So I will be covering some of the areas in CV writing. And also, especially I'm focusing into the things that you need to know when you're facing interviews and preparing for interviews, and what are the common mistakes you do when crafting your CV and facing your interviews. So I'll be talking from the view of a recruiter and from a point of a HR perspective, right? When as an interviewer, as a recruiter, so I'm heading the talent management pillar at Hutchison Telecommunications. Before that, I was into MAS for long years, and my expertise areas are recruitment and talent management. Learning and development are my key areas.